Good day, everyone, and welcome to Fresh Flames episode here on Service Echoes. Here we believe that every core member begins a service with a spark, a flame of purpose, passion, and possibility. My name is Oladepo Hayodele Pelumi. Join me as I welcome ex-core member Abraham Isaac Boluwatife. It's nice meeting you, sir.
The pleasure is mine.
You are welcome to Fresh Flames episode. Can you introduce yourself briefly?
Okay, thank you so much. My name is Abraham Isaac, just as you mentioned earlier. I am from Kogi State and I studied mass communication at Adekunle Adjacent University, Akumba Akuku. Um, I recently passed out from the NYC scheme where I served in the batch C stream 1 2024 batch, and I served in Baptist High School in Igbo, under local government in Oyo State. So it's been an amazing journey so far.
Thank you so much, sir. All right, sir. Can you please share with us your experience in day one while you are at the saying orientation camp?
Okay, thank you so much. The one experience was filled with mixed emotions. It was bittersweet, or the emotions of
Hmm.
um oh, now I am a core member. I get to the NYC venue, but at the same time, it was a bittersweet experience because that day was 27th of November. That was my birthday. So was that I was coming from Akure. We journeyed from Akure to Iseyin camp, and the whole registration process that toiled from the morning till late at night, around say 8 9 p.m. So it was very stressful. So instead of the party kind of thing, and just chilling and relaxing and all of those kind of things, as per birthday, it was not that. It was a rigorous one. The NYC stress, the registration stress, documenting and all of those things. But that was why I tagged it as bittersweet. So, but at the end of the day, it was not a bad word. It was not a bad day. It was not a bad first day. Because when I got to camp, I also met people. We graduated from the same university. People who I also knew on that first day. So it was a very nice experience. Meeting new people just on that first day, meeting new people, speaking with new people. It was an amazing experience generally.
How do you feel right now? It's 4 days after you completed your NYSC job. How do you feel?
Um, Honestly, asking that question seems like the first time somebody would ask, and I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
Um, how do I feel? I think I feel. I would not lie. I would say it's still mixed. It's mixed. Yes, the happiness that the elation that comes with finishing NYC, completing the whole course of 12 months thing and all of those and all of that. So the happiness that comes with that, it is quite elating, I'm quite happy when it comes to that aspect. But at the same time, and I think this is even general to everyone, the fact that the, the course of this 12 months, I did not it's not in my natural habitat. I am from Kogi State, like I said earlier. I stay in Ondo State, Akure to be precise. And now I am in Oyo State, not in Ibadan, actually in Igbo, that's under local government. And I've gotten accustomed to people, to friends, to fellow ex-core members, to fellow core members, those who are still serving. And that's why I said it is mixed. So sort of mixed, I would be sort of miss, seeing people, meeting people that I've been used to in the past 10, 9, 12, 11 months now. So it's a mixed feeling. And also that very general one too. The 77K, feel, the state allowance, allawi feel. Yes, even as much as I have other things I engage in, but it still helps. It still helps. To it goes a long way. The 77,000. As much as it's not something I solely depend on at the end of the day. But it also goes a long run. That is some of those things I mean. So, like I said, the emotions right now is a mixed one. Yeah, I'll miss my friends. I'll miss, core members who are still serving, who we have created that bond, who we have created several
Mm.
relationships with. But at the same time, there is that happiness that comes with, oh, we are we are going we are going to face another phase of life.
We believe that your stories is still fresh. And can you give us the raw reality of what NYC is all about?
Okay, thank you so much. You asked the raw reality of what NYC is all about, and you know what I would say, it is adaptability. Your ability as you as a human, either male, female, as the case may be able to adapt to different environments you find yourself, and make sure that you make it worthwhile while you are in that particular environment is very important. So sometimes, yes, as much as it is necessary that, as much as it is well known that, okay, the environment you find yourself also helps you to grow. The environment you find yourself also helps you to thrive. It is also that sometimes destiny just pushes you to somewhere that you don't want to be, and your ability to be able to adapt to those kind of environments and ensure that, oh, you still make something out of that moment you were there is very important. So the message is, the raw reality is adaptability and ability to be able to balance life. Very important. That's the raw reality, being able to balance life out.
Right? During your service here, you were entrusted with a leadership position.
Okay,
What
yes.
was that position?
Okay, I thank you. Well, quite unexpected, because when I first got to camp, well, let me first start with the leadership position was a faith-based leadership position, as the zonal coordinator of the Nigerian Christian Corporate Fellowship, that's NCCF. It's one of the three faith-based bodies that operates in camp, on camp, that's on camp, various NYC camps across Nigeria. So NCCF, it was quite unexpected, anyways, and I served for 10, 10 months. I became the zonal coordinator for NCCF Igbo, sometimes in February, early February, and in early November, I then handed over to a new zonal coordinator. Actually, I was earlier in your question earlier, I was speaking about balance, and something that this leadership position taught me was ability to balance life. That, oh, I am a designer, I'm a graphic designer. I do other things aside our design. I'm into some other things,
Mm.
and also now the leadership position of being a zonal coordinator, a faith-based body zonal coordinator came. I wanted to reject, but as God would have His way, eventually I did not. I I took it, and God, helped me throughout that journey. But something it taught me, that leadership position, what it taught me was ability to be able to balance life, balance your relationship with people, balancing your business, your um the leadership position that God has entrusted in my hands, and your ability to be able to manage people and so many other things. So it was a whole lot, but it was that it helped me to be able to understand balance, because when I first started, it was very difficult, struggling between, there are clients, calling you deadlines for job, and you're not able to deliver on time. So there was those issues of balancing initially, but it was that after 2 3 months, I was able to understand how to balance the fellowship activities, that's been zonal coordinator, relationship with other people, my business, and other things that I engage in. even though at a point I needed to drop something I was doing, um, an online business I was doing. I needed to drop one of it because of this leadership position. So the leadership position actually took certain things away from me. But at the end of the day, it's just that it was a very nice one, a very nice experience. Holding that leadership position of being the zonal coordinator for NCCF. Igbo.
What has changed for you now that you finish your NYC? I mean, mentally.
Mentally,
Yes.
wow, what changed for me mentally? I think it is what I said earlier, adaptability, being able to adapt to various environments. I think because Igbo, hence I served in Igbo under Orelopo local government. So it is not a city, and throughout my life I have lived in this in the
Yes.
capital of Ondo State, that's Akure.
Okay.
It's a city, and now coming to a very rural setting, it was a bit difficult, but was that I was able to adapt to the environment, to people, with the houses, with the fact that you don't get to the social setting is quite low compared to what we have in the cities.
All right. I actually wanted to ask, but you've answered it. Um, Being posted from urban area to rural area. You said you live most of your life in Ondo City
In
and
Akure,
in
actually.
Akure, and it's a
Yes.
city compared to a very rural area here in Igbo. And you are able to manage this leadership as a coordinator in Nigerian Christian Corpus Fellowship NCC. What can you say to the prospective core members if they are fortunate to be posted to this rural area since you survived as a coordinator and as a serving core member? What can you say? What advice will you give to them?
So my message to prospective core members is quite simple. It is that they ensure that when they are wherever it is they are posted to, that they make the most use of that moment, of those months, that they are able to adapt to the environment firstly, adapting to the environment, because now you might not be so lucky to be posted to the city. It might be a rural area. Because it is a rural area does not limit you to engage in other things that would, ensure that you thrive, that will ensure that your growth is that you grow in various aspects of your life. Because now life is technological. That life has been made easy. There are courses, even as much as you are not in the city, to learn some of these things, maybe first hand experience and all of those things. But it's that sometimes you can just go online, there are courses you can get to begin to learn certain things. On your Yes, there are limitations though, but also firstly they must be able to adapt, and secondly is that they should be ready to balance life out.
Thank you. Lastly, what is your message of hope for someone who feel confused about life after NYS?
Okay, so the message of hope for someone who still feels confused after life is, I don't want us to even go back to the fact that um during your NYC you should have balanced things out, you should have engaged in certain things to ensure that after NYC you are no longer the same, that you have something to fall back to doing. But now that is not the is now the message is that of hope for somebody who still feels confused even after NYC. I think the message is for them to be calm, for them to rethink, for them to look at certain people's life, study them. You're not studying them because you want to exactly be like them, but you're just studying them to actually know, oh, this person failed. How did this person get back up? To know how what do you do? Sometimes it could be you starting, maybe going back to school to go and study something, to go and study a different course, or going back to school to do your masters, or you are learning a trade that you should maybe during your NYC you had the opportunity to learn but you did not learn. But you should not give up. It is not one time to start getting confused. because the reality is life, the, this the face after NYC does not care. It's it can be brutal, and the moment you begin to give in to its brutality, then such person can be damned. But is that my message is that they are calm, they have a rethink, and they start to do things that would help them to grow, that would take them away from that state of confusion. And that is that message of hope I have for everyone who has served and is still confused. So is that if you have a business idea, pitch it to people. If you have business proposals, pitch it to people. It will go a long way. If you know that, oh, I need to learn this particular skill, it is not too late because you have finished NYC. No, it is not too late. Don't get pressured. Don't feel pressured. Sometimes, yes, there might be pressure from parents that, oh, get married, get married, oh, you need to get a job and all of that. But sometimes is that you have to be calm, rethink, and just take it one step at a time. That is the message of hope I have for them.
I thank you so much, ex-copper Abraham Isaac Bolo Atife. It's such a great honor to have you here on Service Echoes, and I pray that greater height in Jesus' mighty name. All right, I'm using this medium to thank you, our followers, our audience all over the world, for watching this episode, Fresh Flames on Service Echoes. Stay tuned and be blessed.